G'day, folks. Today I'm going to cover three, in my opinion at least, time-sensitive cryptocurrencies. And yeah, it's up to you at home, I guess, to make a decision as to whether you want to get involved in them. But yeah, basically, I just want to draw this to your attention. So, of course, none of this is financial advice, but yeah, hopefully it serves as a bit of a starting point in your research. So first up, I'm going to start off with DripX. So this is the BNB equivalent of Titan X. So, with Titan X obviously having such a strong level of performance out of the gate, both whether you staked, mined, whether you decided to sell early, well, all those people who were early were successful. And my thesis with DripX is that a similar thing will occur. Maybe we won't get the same extreme degree of success, but nonetheless, there is the chance of early success, most likely within those first 2 months, is the window I'm personally looking at. So for me, with what very minimal BNB I was holding, I've decided to basically get working in DripX. So you've got the option to mine or stake. For me, I decided I'll do a max length stake first up. And then from there, once I get my staking rewards, I'll probably get a few miners going from there. So I'm hoping to basically ROI off my immediate investment that I've staked, which should hopefully allow me to do a larger miner, and we'll have to see how it all works out. So fingers crossed for me there. But basically, I'm just looking at it as a way for me to, I guess, get a bit more BNB, get a bit more passive income in BNB. All those things, from my perspective, are nice, but ultimately, I do have other investing priorities, and therefore, I'm not, at this stage at least, planning to buy any more BNB or any of that to basically get any more DripX. It's simply what little I had, I'm investing in DripX, and I'll enjoy the passive incomes that come from it, or so I hope anyway. And we've got a quick price chart here. So we have seen, of course, the prices have been going up, but for those that look at the price chart, it is important to be aware of this factor. So if you look at the duration on the miners on DripX, well, the minimum duration is 8 days. So with that being understood, we're probably, until the first payout, we're not going to be seeing any meaningful sell action. So you probably will see up until that point a mostly upwards price chart, and then sometime thereafter we'll see mostly down, presumably. With DripX, and then it would just come down to, well, are my miners going to be in profit and over what periods? So you can think about that, and maybe if you've been involved in TitanX or you're aware of what sort of investments have worked out early for those in TitanX, well, you could use some of those thoughts to perhaps get ahead and make a profit off DripX. So there's some early thoughts from me on DripX, and I'm not suggesting you do what I do. It's just simply I'm stating my own personal actions, and you do your own research to determine if you, one, want to get involved, and two, if you believe it will be profitable. Next up, so on TitanX, and I still do have fundamental belief in TitanX, my holdings at the moment are ready to deploy for KingX once that's sort of ready to go. So from what they've announced on their Twitter, they've said that they'll make an announcement to basically say, okay, there's 24 hours until launch, and then we will get launch. So we'll have to see when that comes. I'm still very confident in TitanX personally. Do your own research, read the white paper if you are considering investing. But certainly for me at the moment, that's where I want to, at least once it launches, concentrate my limited funds that I've got available. The other project that I do recommend people research, so again, look at the white paper, look at some YouTube interviews, get a bit more information if you do decide to get involved. But I do believe that Helios is a potentially good opportunity for people who have funds to deploy as another sort of, I guess, passive income strategy. So do your own research, look into it, but time sensitive. We've got the launch date and launch time here, so just go to titanxhub.com to see when that will launch, and make your own decision. If you've got Titan X sitting liquid, it's up to you to consider if you want to put it into Helios, or perhaps you decide if you believe that Titan X is well priced currently, well, maybe you make the decision to market buy some Titan X to then get involved in Helios. So there's some things to be aware of, but at least they're the opportunities within Titan X that I'm watching currently. Next up, I'm looking at Pulse Lorien, and I have to thank them for their services. Firstly, I want to mention, being a Texan token staker, I earned some Ranger X, which basically gives me free reflections of Texan tokens. So thank you very much, Pulse Lorien, for that. I'm very much appreciative. And their next opportunity to get into is Reptilian, which will be an opportunity to earn PTGC reflections. And PTGC is one of my absolute top performing tokens, and it's wonderful to see Pulse Lorien giving really back to the Pulse Chain community with basically free coins, and with it free passive income in your favorite coins. I think that's wonderful. So kudos to Pulse Lorien for that. And we've got the various tokenomics here. You can see what's going on, read through it in your own time, but you can go to pulselorien.com and then you can go through their tokens, see if any of those are of interest to you. And you've also got down here, so you've got the supply, you've got your buy and burns, all the fees. Those that provide liquidity can get extra rewards, so that there are a few things to be aware of. But for me, PTGC is one of the core coins on Pulse Chain. So this is my personal opinion. Do your own research to determine with PTGC if you believe it's investable, for one, but two, whether it's something that you should get a position in. But for me personally, my own personal view is that within Pulse Chain, there are 4 essential coins. You've obviously got Pulse Chain, Pulse X, and Hex, but I would actually add PTGC into that column. So the reason being is the thickness of the liquidity on all the pairs within Pulse Chain. So you've got a lot of liquidity that's been burned, and basically whatever the performance is amongst all the top coins within Pulse Chain, that will be reflected in the performance of PTGC. And it has been described as the equivalent of an S&P 500, but I would actually add on top of that it has that with superior tokenomics, meaning you get staking rewards. If you lock up, you get even more rewards, and it's also deflationary. So when you consider the superior tokenomics within the ecosystem and getting that broad exposure to basically everything that's pumping on Pulse Chain, given it does have that tied and burnt liquidity, well, that's the real opportunity within it. So we've got here with Reptilian, you've got the launch time. So basically what will happen, it's just a free airdrop. You'll get it dropped in into your wallet. So whether you're using the Internet Money wallet, whether you're using MetaMask, whatever you happen to be using, you'll get that there. So that'll be good. And then, you'll just be getting your passive reflections in PTGC if you're one of the eligible recipients of this airdrop. So if you're a holder or staker of PTGC, you're getting it, and you can look under here. I'm pretty sure it has, here we go. So here's the individuals that will be getting the airdrop. So if you hold any of these coins. So there you go. So thank you again for your services, Pulse Lorien. And I just wanted to go through as well with PTGC. You've got all the various liquidity pairs, and you can see how thick the liquidity is here. So you've obviously got Wrapped Pulse, you've got DAI, Atropa, Hex, Pulse X, Incentive Token. So if that pumps, well, you're going to get the same pump with PTGC. So there you go. So you can look through it in your own time. You've got Teddy Bear, everyone's favorite meme coin. You've got Alien, which is another one. That's one of my absolute favorite. And for me, at least, it's a core coin. It's another opportunity if you want to be getting some more PTGC, but then you also get various tokens that earn you passive Wrapped Pulse. So I'm a big fan of that accordingly. You've got Super Stake. I don't think I've mentioned Super Stake on this channel, but opportunity to get passive hex and a good opportunity at that. It's one that I've got a position in. And you can see here, so you've got so much liquidity on so many pairs, so that's wonderful. So yeah, let me know in the comment section below. Are you excited about DripX? Are you excited about some of the projects upcoming on Titan X? If so, which projects? Are you getting in on Helios? Are you getting in on KingX? Or are you just going to wait for Hyper and Shogun? So that'll be interesting. I suspect there will be some that do that, so that'll be interesting. And will the launch of those projects have a meaningful impact on price? That'll also be an interesting watch. And with Pulse Lorien, which are your favorite products to be in? Personally, some I've been involved in. You've got Reflux, you've got Vortex, Caviar, Reptilian I'll have a position in, Ranger X I've got a position in, Groku I've got a position in, Jeet I might get a position in. So yeah, there's a lot of good coins on Pulse Lorien, and it really just comes down to, well, which are the ones of interest. So you might get a teddy bear in the future potentially, or we'll have to see the various other coins that are really pumping on Pulse Chain, but I suspect PTGC will not be the last of their reflection token opportunities. But anyway, folks, thanks for watching and see you on the next video.